Dear learners, welcome to today's session. Today, we'll be exploring an important topic: barriers and facilitators in inclusive education, attitudinal, social, and educational. Please watch the entire video carefully and take notes on the key points. At the end of the session, you'll find multiple choice questions, MCQs, to help reinforce and assess your understanding of the topic. Let us try to understand barriers and facilitators in inclusive education. Inclusive education aims to provide equal learning opportunities to all students, regardless of their physical, intellectual, social, emotional, linguistic, or other conditions. However, the successful implementation of inclusive education depends on overcoming several barriers and enhancing the facilitators that exist within the system. Barriers to inclusive education are deeply embedded in attitudes, social norms, and educational structures. However, with concerted efforts, these can be transformed into facilitators. A positive and proactive approach, supported by policy, professional development, community involvement, and learner centered pedagogy, can ensure that inclusive education is not just a vision but a lived reality for all learners. These are broadly categorized into attitudinal, social, and educational domains. What are the major barriers in inclusive education? 1. Attitudinal barriers. These are among the most significant obstacles to inclusive education. Negative perceptions and biases. Many educators, parents, and peers hold preconceived notions that children with disabilities cannot learn alongside others. Lack of awareness. There is a general lack of understanding about diverse learning needs and the capabilities of children with special needs. Resistance to change. Teachers and administrators may resist inclusive practices due to fear of extra workload or change in teaching style. Stigmatization. Students with disabilities are often stigmatized or labeled, leading to low self esteem and social exclusion. 2. Social barriers. These stem from societal structures and cultural beliefs. Cultural stereotypes. In many communities, disabilities are seen as a taboo or burden. Peer rejection and bullying. Learners with special needs may face bullying or isolation from their classmates. Lack of parental support. Some parents may be overprotective or disinterested in inclusive efforts, believing their child cannot benefit from mainstream education. Limited community engagement. A lack of awareness and involvement from the community can hinder the integration of inclusive practices. 3. Educational barriers. These are related to the school system, curriculum, infrastructure, and teacher preparation. Inaccessible infrastructure. Many schools lack ramps, accessible toilets, visual or auditory aids, or wheelchair friendly facilities. Rigid curriculum. Traditional curriculums may not accommodate the diverse learning needs of all students. Insufficient teacher training. Many teachers are not equipped with the necessary skills or knowledge to teach students with diverse needs. Lack of teaching learning materials. There is a shortage of adapted textbooks, braille materials, audiovisual aids, and assistive technology. Large class sizes. Overcrowded classrooms hinder personalized attention, which is crucial in inclusive settings. Now let us explore the facilitators in inclusive education. 1. Attitudinal facilitators. Positive teacher attitudes. Teachers who believe in the potential of all learners and are committed to equity can transform classrooms. Awareness campaigns. Promoting disability awareness and sensitivity through training and media helps change societal attitudes. Leadership support. School leaders who advocate for inclusion set the tone for others to follow. Empathy and compassion. Creating a culture of understanding and empathy can significantly enhance inclusive practices. To social facilitators, peer support systems, buddy programs, and cooperative learning foster inclusion and acceptance. Parental involvement. Active engagement of parents in the learning process ensures better support at home and in school. Community partnerships. Collaboration with NGOs, local bodies, and special educators strengthens the school's inclusive framework. Social campaigns. National and local campaigns promoting the rights and capabilities of persons with disabilities help break stereotypes. 3. Educational facilitators. Inclusive curriculum. Flexible and diversified curricula that cater to varied learning needs support effective inclusion. Teacher training and capacity building. Regular workshops, in service training, and exposure to best practices empower teachers. Use of assistive technology. Tools such as screen readers, braille devices, and customized learning software help bridge gaps. Curricular adaptation and UDL. Implementing strategies like universal design for learning, UDL, and differentiated instruction promotes engagement of all students. Support staff. The availability of resource teachers, special educators, and counselors helps meet individual student needs. Dear viewers, let's solve some important multiple choice questions based on the presentation. 1. Social barriers in inclusive education often result from A. Rigid curriculum. B. Lack of braille materials. C. Cultural stereotypes and peer rejection. D. Shortage of teaching staff. Heavy checkmark answer. C. Cultural stereotypes and peer rejection. 2. Which of the following is a facilitator for inclusive education? A. Overcrowded classrooms. B. Stigmatization of differently abled children. C. Positive teacher attitudes. D. Lack of assistive devices. Heavy checkmark answer. C. Positive teacher attitudes. 3. Which of the following is not an attitudinal barrier? A. Resistance to change. B. Peer rejection. C. Negative perceptions of disability. D. Compassionate teaching. Heavy checkmark answer. D. Compassionate teaching. 4. Lack of teacher training in special needs education is categorized under A. Attitudinal barrier. B. Educational barrier. C. Social barrier. D. Legal barrier. Heavy checkmark answer. B. Educational barrier. 5. Which of the following is an example of a social facilitator in inclusive education? A. Bullying in classrooms. B. Peer support systems. C. Overprotective parenting. D. Curriculum rigidity. Heavy checkmark answer. B. Peer support systems. 6. Inclusion can be best supported by A. Isolating children with special needs. B. Using standardized instructional strategies. C. Employing flexible and diversified curriculum. D. Avoiding technology in the classroom. Heavy checkmark answer. C. Employing flexible and diversified curriculum. 7. Universal design for learning, UDL, is used to A. Create uniform assessments. B. Promote inclusive classrooms. C. Remove special education programs. D. Teach only children with disabilities. Heavy checkmark answer. B. Promote inclusive classrooms. 8. An example of an educational facilitator is A. Stigmatizing students with disabilities. B. Lack of remedial teaching. C. Availability of teaching learning materials. D. Inflexible curriculum. Heavy checkmark answer. C. Availability of teaching learning materials. 9. What is one major social barrier to inclusion in schools? A. Assistive technology. B. Peer acceptance. C. Bullying and social rejection. D. Individualized education plan, IEP. Heavy checkmark answer. C. Bullying and social rejection. 10. Inclusion is supported when parents are A. Disinterested in school activities. B. Actively involved in their child's education. C. Opposed to mainstreaming. D. Unaware of inclusive policies. Heavy checkmark answer. B. Actively involved in their child's education. Thank you, don't miss out. Subscribe now to my YouTube channel, Education and Teacher Education, for insightful content and valuable resources.